part of the world you're watching us. My name is A.GUERRERO. Today, the topic is in this Monday to um, what is happening in Yabohanset and Villa Medellin, Kenya. Friends of the world, our friends, vloggers, friends, co-workers, please somebody have to give some advice to our friend um, Freddie, better known as Marwa, in Yabohanse, because lately he is under a lot of stress. And without knowing it, I don't want to be like one of the reactor. I just wish the best to this gentleman who have a very good record uh, in YouTube. Is a good creator. Is a person who started with good vibe, but lately, like he is losing it. I don't know if it is the pressure of having beside him a girlfriend or from another nationality that is not from Africa or what it is. As in Spanish American that I am, and a person who is trying to uh, strengthen up or build up my channel in um, in YouTube, I follow Marwa. I follow every single vlogger from Nyabohansa. But I have seen lately like Marwa is losing it. Marwa dismiss people immediately. I don't know if he is using the camera or the security system that he has to take those decisions before taking those decisions with those people who are valuable to him, like the fishman or the caretaker of the fish pond on his villa. We give him the credit that that's his villa, that's his house. He can kick out anybody he wants. But if you if we break everything around us, if he keep breaking everything, every line, every relationship, and pressurizing the people gonna look him like as a dictator, and people gonna start as it has been done for the longest to discredit him. In the case of the top mason Elias, we see in the video, and I think that I upload the video on YouTube, on Facebook. Elia make another statement about what transpired on that gate that day, and I believe, to be fair, that Elia was treated unfairly, and of course, blood is heavier than water. Marwa support his uncle in what he did. It was not nice to see Marwa pressurizing, trying to put pressure on the second top mason, who is a friend of Elia, and the man tell him, "I cannot carry the cross of Elijah." For a man of understanding, that means I cannot talk for my friend or talk against my friend. But Marwa keep on pressing on the people and looking like support from the co-worker, from the people that he is paying. I believe that that is a sign of weakness from him, who make him look very vulnerable in the sense, or insecure in the sense that he had to look for the support of their co-worker, the people that he is paying. It is not true that my boss gonna call me to talk about anybody else, and I would um, throw my friend under the train or get against the boss. It is like putting a sword in the neck of a person and playing with the dignity of that person. We know that Marwa have values higher than that. I see the way, the civility that his father demonstrated in all the videos, the civility and religiousness of his mother. I believe that Marwa need uh, another some that somebody with some um, uh, deep knowledge in the behavior of individual uh, advise him because he is hurting himself, he is hurting his image, and he is distancing himself from people around the world. First, with the gentleman that he was, he said that was the most trusted man that he was building that house in the middle of a farm area. We believe that he did what he can. He is not the savior of Kenya. He's not the president of Kenya. He's just a vlogger. And the people that he helped are not obligated because he's helping him to accept anything else that go beyond their human values. Marwa is under a lot of stress again, I say. And as a follower of Marwa from the United States, I openly and kindly ask him and ask the friend of the world, the real friend of Marwa, to please help Marwa to come down a little bit, to even take a time out of his activities and the contact with people and look at himself and his new relationship with um, with Raw Cabrera, and that he is just like a wild goat, coughing everybody, coughing left, coughing right, coughing forward. Elijah, again, in the case of Elijah, he really present his case, and Marwa had to go into the video on his villa and take a look in the video if it was electricity that day, and I believe it was, that to see if it's his uncle over overreach or throw his power of being his uncle on Elijah, because Elijah just was asking a valid question that I would do, the Mara would do, and the security had the right to answer, because security is there to answer questions and to give direction like a diplomat. It's not something that the individual gonna take it like in the personal level. And this is what I see. Elias say that Marwa suggests him to go and apologize to his uncle if he want to work the next day. Elijah testified publicly in the video, and the whole world has seen it, that he was going to apologize to the man, but when he was approaching the man was indignant with him again, and he just walked away to avoid a biggest conflict. To find out, it's easy to find out when a problem happened in Villa Medellin, because the pastor from the United States who installed the security system in Marwa Place tell him anything that happened here, a bird who fly by will be recorded by those cameras. If the system was working, right there, the evidence will be. Or Elia is lying, or the uncle is lying. But Marwa had to be um, advised to slow down in his treatment to his own people because all the shyness, all the values that he has acquired around the world, people are seeing it. Even the guy who was in charge, putting the gypsum or whatever the tarp on the roof, this gentleman, the engineer, he just walked away. He was not on camera on those days. He was not uploading video or anything else because I think that this gentleman understand that the air was too thin in that roof. And we saw all of us around the world. So it is Marwa house. But when you put somebody to do a job, you let that individual to finish that job. You do not remove that individual, even though it's your house, because you don't know what you are doing. You are not an expert on roof. Let the person finish the job, and yet you can be around and supervise everybody and everything because it is your money. But it's evident that you, my friend Marwa, Freddy, a good man, a good vlogger, a person with a good heart, had to make a stop, a slow down, look around, and get a little close to your mother, who is a woman of God, and to your father, even though you don't believe, I see that you don't mention a lot the name of God. You sometimes represent yourself as an Adventist of the seventh day. We are human and we make mistake, but we should not be a anathema to others. We should not be a thorn and the footstep of people that we uplift. We cannot put somebody in a mountain and then push them down over the cliff. This is my suggestion as a friend, as a follower, as an admirer. Don't take this advice as a reactor who hate you. A lot of people love you around the world, but a lot of people, you're losing that love, and that admiration is diminishing every time that you remove one of your co-workers, or no co-workers, one of your collaborators, because a simple mistake, not even a second chance. I think the only second chance that was given was to Elijah. And when Elijah come back, I saw him and the air was thin also. When Elijah come in, it was some tension in the air because Elijah was working under the engineer, under the order of the engineer, but then Marwa won as the owner of the house to order everybody, and the engineer uh, from from in concept whatever construction design was there in concept. The man disappeared completely. So our friends Marwa, I suggest to Ro Cabrera, who is Spanish like me, to advise your partner to slow down a little bit, to look other, to be compassionate, to be a leader. A leader is not the one who push to the left, push to the right. The leader had to sit openly like a tribal leader. And this is what he is, or he look in that area like a tribal leader. Sit down the two-person publicly and find out what is the situation. Just don't cut blindly because you might wound yourself, my friend. All the best from the Garden State, New Jersey, from your follower, Arcadio Guerrero, AG, 1141 YouTube. Thank you. Bye.